Good evening, you're watching The Buck Stops here. I'm Barkha Dutt. On the program this evening, a very special encounter with somebody whom India follows avidly, even though he's from Pakistan. He's been the heartthrob of the cricketing world for decades, but now as a politician, Imran Khan is both outspoken and controversial. And he's just out with his memoirs, a book that looks back at his life, his politics, his marriage, why it failed, his embrace of Islam, what it means to him, and yes, some cricket too. Imran Khan is our newsmaker on The Buck Stops here tonight. And let's go straight across to Imran Khan in Islamabad tonight. What a journey it's been, Imran, and that's really the journey you've tried to capture in your book. But what struck me going through it was the irony that it seemed to deal more with the evolution of Imran as a person and a politician and less so with you as a cricketer. Was this a deliberate choice?
Barkha, it wasn't meant to be a cricket book. It's basically the objective. There were two objectives of the book. One were the youth in Pakistan is totally directionless at the moment. There's so much confusion. You know, what is Pakistan? Why was it made? Are we secular? Are we Islamic? You know, what is our identity? And then this whole war on terror. And there were so many questions, and especially now with so many crises in Pakistan, there's so many questions, how can we get out of that? So it was really to give direction to our young people. And with my own personal history, you know, how I saw Pakistan. I mean, Pakistan was 5 years old when I was born, so how did we see this country reach this point? And secondly, it's to explain to people outside Pakistan, you know, about our country, and then this war on terror, because you know, you and I have spoken about this before. There is so much misconception about this war. And no one seems to know, you know, what is the end of this war. So I've tried to give my solutions, which I've stuck to from day one. Solutions lie in politics. They do not lie in some moderate Islam or religion.
Right, we'll come to all of those issues in a bit, Imran, but now you've always been a public person as a cricketer and even as a politician, yet while writing your memoirs in a sense, because this is what this book is, how difficult was it for you to talk publicly about the more private parts of your life, your marriage, a marriage that failed, how your belief in God changed and evolved, for example, over the years? How difficult was it to go public with those parts?
Well, the marriage was a bit difficult, but it was important because, you know, being a very public marriage and a public divorce, rather than other people sort of, you know, give explanations for it, there's a film going to be made, apparently there's a film coming out. So it was much important for me to correct the narrative. And secondly, about Mian Bashir, my spiritual evolution. I think it was very important to explain to people what is Islam. You know, I mean, for me, what is religion? Because people can't place me. You know, I have been called a part of a Jewish plot to take over Pakistan on one end, and then considered a Taliban sympathizer or a Taliban Khan on the other end. So I thought it's best to define myself. What am I? You know, what do I believe in? What is my religion? What is my Islam? And that is why it was very important to make people understand my great inspiration. One was Mian Bashir, who actually removed these impediments in the way of belief. You know, he was just a very incredible man in my life. But the real inspiration was the great Iqbal. And so, you know, I was so inspired by the readings of Iqbal. And so hence the one chapter about rediscovering Iqbal. Because, you know, when you talk about what should be Pakistan, secular or Islamic, well, go back to Iqbal, and Iqbal was probably the greatest Muslim brain in my opinion, in the last 500 years. And what was Iqbal? So go back, he was the ideological founding father of Pakistan.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.